After my recent video, I was talking with my friend and he said, "So you're doing game reviews now?" I said, "No, it's not a review." He said, "Is it writing about a game? Then it's a review." That got me thinking, why do we consider game journalism mainly reviews and nothing else? When most players are introduced to game journalism, it's in the form of a review. Perhaps you wanted to buy a certain game or just see how it's doing. I think this leads to many gamers assuming that game journalism is mainly reviews. While reviews are the most popular form of game journalism, there are so many other areas that is being done and could be done. We can talk so much more about video games, not just how good or bad they are. This prevents game journalists from asking questions about a game without the weight of having to ask about the inherent quality of the game. Let me give you an example. Recently, an article came out discussing whether difficult games can be considered fair to people who can't complete them. In other words, are games like Cuphead ableist? This article sparked quite a bit of controversy, as many gamers came up saying that it isn't. The problem is, the article just asked a question and tried to provide both sides of the argument. However, due to this review mentality, many gamers felt it was an article trying to say that Cuphead was a bad game, trying to attack Cuphead, even though it wasn't at all. This is the problem with review mentality. Every question I asked about a game has to be associated with the game's quality. For example, say I want to ask, why is there no voice chat in Dark Souls 3? Many people might assume I'm trying to critique Dark Souls 3 for its lack of voice chat, but I'm not. In fact, I think the lack of voice chat benefits Dark Souls games, but that's beside the point. I'm simply trying to examine how this lack of voice chat affects the game. You might be saying, well, people do ask these questions in a review, so what's the problem? Well, firstly, the obvious problem is that you won't ever be able to cover the whole thing. Games are works of art, taking months or even years to finish. Isn't it kind of arrogant to think that we can sum it up in just one article? Secondly, there's the problem that I talked about before. Anything your readers read in that review, they assume it's going to affect that final score at the end out of 10, meaning that the readers will associate this question with a question about the quality of the game. I'm not trying to say that reviews are bad, they will always have a place in video gaming, but there is so much more we can do. There's so much further we can go. I hope you all understood something out of this incoherent mess. And if you like this kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe because I'm planning on making many more. And be sure to comment your thoughts in the comments below. I feel like this deserves much more discussion and many more opinions. I'm open to having my mind changed. Alright, this is me signing out.